Hey everyone, so this will be a review on the Fluval U4 internal filter here. I'm sorry this video might not be the best of quality, the video quality. Filters are kind of a hard thing to do, get a good view of, being underwater and tank and everything. So I'm sorry this is not 100% best graphics wise. But here, let's talk about the Fluval U4. So I've been using this thing for months now. I have it on my 45-gallon tank. This tank is very heavily stocked with a bunch of guppies. I have a few platies. I have some quarry cats. The tank's a bit overstocked. This thing is doing a fantastic job at it. Oh, and I also have one ghost shrimp, as you guys can see. That was just sucking on the, or eating off of the filter there. Yeah, so this thing does a fantastic job. So it does up to a 65-gallon tank, 240-liter tank. It does up to 260 gallons per hour, or 1,000 liters per hour. It is a 3-way adjustable flow. It has a 3-stage filtration. This is all coming off of the box here. And I'm going to show you guys the box in a second here. But the flow, so you have the top one, which is, I'm just going to call that thing the nub sticking out here. So it has that. Then it has a bottom one of that. You guys will not be able to see it. It's hidden underneath my plants there. And then in the middle there, you guys can see the little cutouts. And then the water can also come out of there as well. And then you can adjust how fast it comes out each of those. And in a way, you can adjust between being in between, let's say, the top one and the middle stuff. You can also kind of have it come out the top a little bit and the middle a little bit. Same with like the top one and the bottom one. You can have them come out of both of them at the same time. It just slows down the flow rate though. And here's a better picture of it. So you guys again have the top. You have the integrated spray bar, which is the middle, the little cutouts. Then you also have the bottom, which is just like the top. And then on the top and the bottom, you can move that little guy there, and then it'll come out different ways. So you turn that this way, it'll kind of come out that way a bit, and vice versa, or down or up or whatever. And like I said, this thing does a fantastic job. Every time I clean it, it is full of gunk and it's full of nasties. So it does a really fantastic job. And you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see, on the side here, it has a bunch of suction cups. Let's see, there are 6 suction cups. There's 4 up here, up here, and then there's 2 more on the bottom. And then the thing itself, the filter itself, can just slide on out of that. So it's kind of like a, I don't know what you want to call that. But yeah, it slides into it and out of it for easy access. And then right here, where you guys can see my finger up there, that is how you adjust where the flow is coming out of. And it's actually, there's a whole bunch of plant gunk in it at the moment. On top here. Alright, then you can take out, see if I didn't have other things in my way, along with guppies. So you have this, there are 3 different parts to it here. So you have 2 on the side, and you see all the crap coming out of it there. And you have 1 in the middle as well, which will take out all 3 of them. So let me show you that. Guys, I better go in the bathroom, or I do not make a mess. Alright, so now we're in the bathroom. I'll show you this. It's probably been a little bit too long since I've last cleaned this thing out, but I'll show you guys how good of a job it does. It's probably been 3 weeks to a month since I've done this. I've done water changes in between then, just not filter changes. So you guys can see here, it is quite gunked up. And we're going to try to remember how to get this thing off of here. Oh yeah, so that's the holder. So we're going to rinse this thing off. I'll show you all the crap that comes out of it here. Yeah, this is a very, very good filter. I mean, it is Fluval, so you do expect it to be very good. So here is just a normal sponge. I probably really should get a new one of. Well, I'll put in a new one of. I actually have a few. Imagine, yeah, you guys should see all that. How gross that is. You guys can see it gets quite a bit of stuff in it. And if I'm not mistaken, the U4 is the most powerful one that they have of the U series. There's of course the U1, U2, U3, and the one that we're showing here, the U4. All of them are going to be similar, just with the U4 being the most powerful and the biggest. Of course, for the bigger tanks. And then here is the other part of it. This part has your, it's like your carbon lining, what this one is, along with normal floss as well on this side. And again, you see all this stuff coming out of it. It's pretty gross. Hopefully you guys can see all that stuff coming out of it. Sorry, my arms are a little bit in the way. Making a bigger mess in my bathroom than it already was. It's just crazy how nasty these are. Man. And this is with doing multiple water changes and stuff too, of course. In between the time of me changing or rinsing these off. The last time I did this, I actually switched out the filter pad itself too. So that's one of them. And there's one more. And then I'll show you guys the middle part here. Then I'll cut away. I'll clean that myself. But here is the middle part. This has your biological media in it. I'm just going to give this a quick rinse. I don't really want to rinse this off too much because, again, it's your biological goodness. But it's just your biological media, but you see how nasty that is. So we're just going to give this a quick rinse off. Here, again, you don't really want to be rinsing this too much because it'll kill all your good bacteria that's in here. Especially if you like use your hands and scrape it with your hands or something. That's not a good thing to be doing. Not if you're biological. Yeah, that's what your middle section looks like in the filter. Hope you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see how that nasty. It also has bits of my live plants in it too. So you guys can see it does a pretty good job here. Alright, so you guys can see it does a very good job at keeping the tank clean. Now there's some nasties floating around because we just did what we just did. One issue I do have with it is you guys can see it can be hard to get back onto, I'm going to call that the rail. It's just hard to get back on there. But you can get back on there. It kind of snaps in there. Yeah, otherwise, fantastic filter. Just like anything, basically anything that Fluval makes, this is a very good device. Very good filter. You know, I do highly recommend this filter. I would recommend keeping up with maintenance a bit better than I do. You should probably clean it at least once every other week or so, especially if your tank's a bit overcrowded like mine is. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And oh, one thing I did not mention, it is being an internal filter, it is very quiet. I reckon you would not even be able to hear it. I have other noises going on in my room. You guys do hear noise right now. That is actually my air filter going on, not any of my filters themselves. My actual my room air filter, of course. The thing is super quiet. Again, being an internal filter, that definitely helps. Yeah, I highly recommend it. Let me know, guys, which filter do you guys use? Do you guys have any of the Fluval filters? Yeah. As always, I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.